My name's Ivory, and I spawned into Earth May 3rd, 1991 on the Vancouver, BC map, fresh out of the Cosmic Character Selector. And then my character, it came with serious backstory. Dad in and out of prison, Mum just 17 when she decided to roll her dice and spawn me, a history packed with 3 full generations of addiction. It was real hardcore mode, no cheats. You know, before we had the internet and devices in our hands that made us smarter than generations before. So just as the loading screen vanished, the foster care faction swooped in like NPCs doing their scripted duties. Here's the reality of life. Some players load in with extra skills and resources. An easy mode kind of start. But me, I got hardcore right out of the gate. Foster home to foster home, quest to quest, failure meant bad things. Then the bosses appeared. The real life raid bosses. I'm talking 6-month-old baby raising at the age of 11. Encounters with twisted adversaries in the form of abusers. And one terrifying mission where I had to save my mother's life after she slashed her wrists. Every tutorial failed me. The school missions were stacked against me. Clearly the game devs had it in for my character. But somewhere along the line, I picked up new skills. My playstyle morphed into a strategic rogue, sharp on wit, strategy, and survival. When I turned 16, I signed on with the army faction. Now they knew how to teach. They did not have disability or depression labels. You did not whine because of a real man would give you something real to cry about. And the second level in that training required my character to stay awake for 4 days straight in a trench. Whether it was muddy or raining, it did not matter. I thought perhaps life was on easy mode before the army. This faction taught people resilience, motivation, discipline, and most importantly, how to learn. Instead of thinking you were sad, you thought you needed to do something. And my character, as a result, leveled up faster than ever. And a year in, the side quests started coming. The first, an exam challenge at a local college. You need to score 90% to get into a bachelor program. It was my only option because I had dropped out at the end of grade 10. First attempt, failed. Retried 3 months later, and I nailed it at 93%. And this opened up new skill trees: history, sociology, psychology, intellectual tutorials. New proficiencies unlocked for my character. The army taught me how to be smart, how to adapt and overcome, while school weaponized me intellectually. Then came the nightclub faction. They threw event quests that needed social skills I had never equipped and I had never trained in. But true rogue style, I pushed through. Every mission was a grind, but that's what it's like playing on hardcore mode. Despite being antisocial, I found the glitches, the loopholes in the quest code. The first, easy, give a popular NPC a free ticket. If they bring 3 friends, the results were huge. The second, station myself alongside transit routes near the clubs, where people are being picked up and dropped off. People on their way in would buy from me instead of at the door. It was cheaper, it was faster, it was effective. Then I got a promotion gig at 21. Paid $3 per person I brought in. In negotiations, I told the leader that I wanted to make $4,000 a month, and he laughed. Not gonna happen. But my character was gaining a powerful new game bonus called Hunger. A stat boost. Motivation maxed out. I had a why. Something deep. Something that made me sharper and motivated. So I got creative. I hired a team, paid them $1 ticket. Minimum wage was $10, but my followers, they were making $20 an hour. No sweat. Around then I found some allies. They were running their own pickup side quests, reading books on how to attract girls and what strategies worked in that game. We shared intel, tutorials, videos, and books, made a pact, and we would go to the malls trying out those new skills and trying out those strategies. It turns out that the same tactics that goes into marketing and selling yourself to women all also work in business. When it was time to teach my team, I passed on what I had learned. Not just nightclub promotions, it was more like pickup for promoters. While other reps stood on the corner, my team jumped in front of people, stopped them cold, and said, "Hey, free drinks tonight, you want in?" And guess what? It worked. We packed the nightclub. Next level, it was free shots for women who would dance on the nightclub floor, which turned into scenes that inspired more energy. This led me to a quest of having my own pub crawl. Plenty of fails on the marketing mission, but I got better. I leaned into those social glitches once more, partnered with popular NPCs. Once a single university club bought 200 tickets, we made $2,000 a night, multiple nights. My character was gaining intelligence and street knowledge fast. The side quest stepped up, prepping me for future opportunities. Of course, there was ups and downs. My character picked up a drinking problem, then a cocaine one. Life's game throws monsters, bosses, and curveballs. But with the right allies, you don't play alone. At 22, I joined a telecom company, a new faction. During the month-long tutorial, most characters took it slow. But me? Straight to the deep end. Exactly how the army faction had trained me. Throw yourself in, sink, or swim. After hours, I would stay behind for free, learning from the top players. The army taught me that real work starts before 9 a.m. and happens after 5 p.m. When I finally hit the floor, I didn't just survive. I thrived, top 10 in sales by month's end. My character leveled up fast. A year and a half later, I quit. I had a main quest winning, a mission to achieve financial independence to change my whole game. And then came a new quest, helping a company go from $20,000 to $100,000 a month. It unlocked new locations on the map, the Earth map. Eventually, I based myself out of Vietnam for a year. And many more great things would happen in my gameplay. I traveled to 10 other countries. I helped that company grow. I helped a fitness company grow from 0 to 70,000 a month. I managed a chain of clinics with 30 people. I took a distribution company from 7,000 to 33,000 monthly. Pretty good for the kid who was told he was stupid and had some disability. Who was told he should not exist and was heading for nothing. Life's a lot easier when you play it like a video game. When I was young, I heard about a woman whose stroke shut off her emotional brain. She went from overwhelmed and fearful to completely logical. It was like flipping this switch, the video game switch. And that's what it's like to see life as a game. In a game, you don't take it personally. When you lose, you get back up and you keep playing. Plus there's guides, videos, and cheat codes to help you master levels. You build a character, your character, you, with trait skills and resources. You experiment, you adapt, you level up. Life? It's an infinite type of game. There are hard rules, there are soft rules, and there's even rules that you can bend. Like games, life has glitches, little hacks you can use to your advantage. Everyone, no matter their starting stats, can find a way to beat their quests. The reality is what holds us back is our brain, feeding us fear, making us dread failure, makes us think that the status game is better than playing for wealth. But when you choose to play life like a game, something amazing happens. Anxiety fades. Fear of failure dissolves. You stop taking every hit so personally. You do not care about your clothing or how you fit in. You care about that final game stream because the true victory lap, it's your funeral. Games are important. We used to play them for a reason. They teach something about the greater game that unfolds across our lives. Playing Rock Band taught me the value of failing on a harder level. I'd lose over and over until that hard level, it got easier. And the easier levels got even easier. In RuneScape, I learned about business. As a kid, I created a supply chain selling crafted items in-game. I even had a mentor who made real money from these games by cornering a market and paying players for materials and then selling those things for gold in-game, which turned into real money in real life. Then when I became a manager, I found 1,000 new ways to play this great game called life. Counter-Strike trained me to lead, communicate, and harness group energy. I once even led 150 people in Armor Reforger with actual military mentors. Monopoly and Settlers Catan taught me to trade and scale resources. Chess made me think 10 moves ahead. Today I play 10-minute chess every day just to sharpen my mind. Everywhere you look is a game that stimulates a piece of life. So when it comes to the real one, the one with rewards and consequences, treat it like a game and you will always find ways to win. My name is Ivory, the Last Humanist. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you very much.